Hi, I'm Andre Young, and welcome to the You Evolving Now vlog of the month. I hope you've had a great day, week, and month, and I'm so excited to evolve with you this month. The topic is called Hurt Leadership. And I love this because it implies, and I want to share with you, how we lead when we're hurt. Because we don't always get to lead and be in that top spot when everything is going good. We are going to be hurt sometimes. You know, both my boys play sports, both basketball and football. And what I have told them is, son, you will not only get to play when you're healthy. What athlete gets to play only when they're healthy? If we don't know how to play when we're hurt, we won't be worth a lick of salt as an athlete. Now, I'm going to talk about from a leadership position. And it's important that you know when I talk about leadership from a You Evolving Now way, I'm always talking about it from two different lenses. One, personal leadership. How you choose to show up every day with a smile, doing your best and being your best, so that people want to follow us because they like and enjoy and respect who you are and how you are. Then we add some great leadership skills on top of it. We also want to be leaders as a person, leading our own lives. That's that personal leadership. But also as a professional at work, as a partner, a significant other, and as a parent. So when you hear me talk about the 4 P's as a person, partner, parent, and professional, that's leadership. So let's get into it today. First, we have to define what hurt leadership is, because leaders can be hurt. And maybe you're hurt. Maybe you've been hurt for something at the job. Not getting that promotion, not getting that raise, a change in management where things are all of a sudden going a different way than the way you know works best. I've been there. As a young leader, I remember going through a change of management. The ideals that was going on no longer made sense. The person that was put in authority above me had no experience in what they were doing. And it hurt my soul because I was there from the beginning. And I did what so many people do, which is I retreated within myself. Some may act out, some may disconnect. And I disconnected because I was hurt. And it can make you a negative cog to the system. So we have to understand, okay, what is hurt? We can be hurt by that. Then what will we do about that? Maybe we're hurt by something personally that's going on in our lives. Whether it's something with your kids, maybe it's something with your marriage or your relationship, maybe it's something with physical injury or health concerns. All of those can hurt us and therefore make our leadership become poor. So we are human beings as a leader. That CEO, that vice president, that director, that manager, and you can be a leader as a custodian. We're all leaders where we choose to be. But if we're going to be it, we have to learn how to lead hurt. And let's get into it. We have the H, and it starts with heal. We're going to break down the H, the U, the R, and the T. The H, we got to learn how to heal. What exactly are we hurt with? Hurt by. And we need to figure out what you need to do for yourself. Perhaps it's time off. Perhaps it's talking to someone at the job. Perhaps it's speaking to a professional about it. Whatever it is, what do you need to do for you to get you to heal? One of the things that we must learn how to do while we're healing, because we will all have to lick our wounds from time to time, we have to do controlled venting. See, I talk about this in my book, 7 Ways to Love. 7 Ways to Lead is coming out very soon, depending on when you're watching this. But in 7 Ways to Love, I talk about controlled venting. Yes, things are not going your way. Yes, you are right at the things you're complaining about at work, in your relationship, as a parent, and everything above. You are right. But how you talk about it, who you talk about it with, how often we talk about it can make us very wrong. So controlled venting is your complaints are people limited and time limited. Not everybody gets your story. Not everybody that comes inside your 18 inches is worthy of your story. worthy of the complaint so they can bobblehead you and tell us how right we are, sending us righteously back to our job, to our relationship, to our kids or whomever with our chest stuck out, being more righteously right, but wrong in our behaviors. So it's people limited and it's time limited. When it is time to vent, because as a leader, you are a human. Who are you venting to? The purpose is to get it out and find out what should the next step be given what I just shared. So it's purposeful. And that's how we start to heal. Because we can't go around all day long talking negatively about our job, our life, our relationship, our kids, and then go to any of them and love them. So heal. Now the you, we must understand. We didn't get that promotion, that raise, new management has changed. Whatever the situation is, can we understand why it's happening? That person that became an authority figure in an old job that I used to have when I used to be an employee, I understood why he got it. I understood that he had connections. I understood that he was great where he was before, but it was a new setting. So understanding doesn't always make it okay, but it allows a different level of expectation when you go to it. That argument that you had with your wife, that frustration you have with the kids, it is very rare that they are the leader of the underworld and bust out the underbelly of society all to ruin your day. There is a reason for what is happening. So once we can find it and we can understand it and we can adjust our expectations, it allows us to live better and healthier. Now, some things from a health perspective, there may be no understanding for. I have been physically injured. I have been on my deathbed. And after sewn up, literally sewn up, returning to work and being your best, doing your best, and smiling to be there as a leader. The next is the R. And this is something that a lot of leaders have difficulty with because the philosophy goes against it. The way we are indoctrinated into our professional world goes against it. See, as leaders, we don't mingle with the employees. We don't share personal things. And I've known some employees to say, I completely separate work and personal life. And if that's you, that's fine. But this R may be able to help. The R stands for revealing. See, as a leader at your company, as a leader on your team, or in your home and with your kids, sometimes our people need to know how human we are. And the reveal is we get to share that with them. I have been blessed and honored to speak and do leadership development at companies, university athletics, high schools. And some leaders get burnt out, bored out, or stressed beyond belief with some personal matter, and they're running around like this, literally pulling their hair out, spinning in circles, and either over-dominating people or detracting and not being present and available. And every now and then, it may mean something to our people to say, hey, this is what's been going on. I've been struggling. I apologize. I feel like I haven't been present. And I want you to know that I'm back. And if there's anything that you need, I'm here. Sometimes to preface it by saying, hey, this is going on. This is maybe going on. I know one person whose wife was in a terrible accident. Maybe there's stressors at home. Maybe there's a health concern. Hey, this is what's going on. I'm not sharing it to share my personal, but I'm sharing that things may be a little different. And if you really need me, I'm here. This is what's going on. And you'd be surprised how forgiving, how understanding, and how empathic some people will be because they know you're human. And then they get to have these issues because their time is coming. The negative side of life comes around for everyone. And it allows you to have a better understanding and them a better understanding of you when that time comes. Not if, when. Now the last one, the T, is teaching. See, sometimes when we're hurt as a leader, We stop teaching. We allow ourselves to drown in our busy. We are a list crosser. We're crossing off the list of the day. Or maybe we get to hide in our office. Maybe it's at home and we get to disconnect and just sit down and watch TV or scroll on our social media. And for you to be a leader, for us to be a leader, we don't get to do that. We must keep teaching in spite of our hurt, in spite of your hurt. And what that does is it sets an example, it sets a standard, and it sets an expectation that when your people are hurt and are going through things, that they will still show up with a smile. They will do their best with what their craft is, knowing their craft, applying their craft, and being great at it. And then they will also be their best as a person in how they carry themselves. So although they're going through these things and you've gone through these things, how did your people see you when you were going through it? Because now when they go through it, there's a standard, there's an expectation of how to do it. And guys, that's H.U.R.T leadership. H.U.R.T. You want to heal? Find out what you need. Take it and be your best and do your best while you're taking it. We want to understand, and when I do my rude way, I talk about understanding the opposition. It's not about controlling the opposition. Let's understand the opposition. Then we want to reveal there is power in sharing what's going on in our world, as long as it's with a purpose to move forward and great. And then we want to teach. Your people still need you. Your people still need to learn and evolve. And leaders build leaders. We're not being a leader just to have followers. Leaders build other leaders. And that can't happen without your tutelage. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this resonated with you. More importantly, I hope that you apply it. Apply it and be a great leader today. Guys, if you're unfamiliar with my content, go to youevolvingnow.com, Y-O-U, evolvingnow.com. Click it and evolve. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a fantastic day and enjoy your evolution. Bye.